Hi, today is Friday, March 2nd. I'm Mike Malcolm, and here's what's coming up at the Church of St. Mary. We're getting lots of kids who filled out these cards that you'll find in the pews. The biggest card in the pews says, "Kids, draw God a picture." And so you've taken advantage of that, and all of those cards that get turned into the collection go to Father Jack. He sees each and every one of them, and then he passes them along to me. I scan the best of them and post them on the parish's social media. Thanks for doing that. It's also a great invitation to new parishioners or guests to let them know about our excellent cry room and nursery and just how much emphasis we place on the well-being of our children. They're important. Speaking of children, Vacation Bible School is coming up. Not next week, not next month, but way off in June, but it doesn't hurt to start planning now. Go to the parish website and you'll find all kinds of information about our Vacation Bible School. Now, a lot of questions have come up in the course of our study that we've done to determine if we want to build any sort of new construction for the parish. And starting this week in the bulletin, I'm going to start running a series of frequently asked questions about the project. And this week we had 3 questions. The first one is, what is the status of this? Well, we've completed the study. Father Jack has visited with architects, and we hope to see something soon. On the flip side, we've got to pay for this building. We're going to be conducting a campaign that will start pretty soon, and it will go through very early August. More about that later. We do hope to break ground. We hope to start construction this year in 2018. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of exciting things to look forward to. Another question, why are we doing this? Well, we've been making do for a long time with the rooms that we have, but we found that with the limited number of meeting rooms that we have, we're actually stifling growth of some of our parish ministries. We've got about 70 parish ministries, but of course, at no point could all 70 meet in this building at any one time. They have to share, of course. But even with all the sharing that happens, we still have some traffic jams. So a new building will open up a number of new meeting rooms. It will also take pressure off some of the existing rooms so that we'll be able to open them up and use them as they're originally intended. For example, every time that we have huge events that have to take place in the gym, we have to disrupt our school's either basketball or volleyball practice schedule. Certainly we have to interrupt the gym class that takes place, and we don't want to do that. So that's a big motive for why we're doing this. Third question this week, does the campaign have a theme? Yes, it does. The theme is called With Arms Open Wide, and it's based on the Our Lady of Grace statues that we have around here. The statue that is here in the new sanctuary, as well as the white statue that's north of the church, and that beautiful stained glass window that we have in the church, is all Our Lady of Grace. She has her arms open wide, and that was an expression of hospitality that we decided to adopt for the campaign. I will post that frequently asked questions list on the parish website, and it will grow every time that we add to it. But you can read about it first in the bulletin, and you can always see it on the parish website. Finally, we got to look at Father Jim Sichko. He's going to be leading our parish mission. That's on March 12, 13, and 14. He is a papal missionary of mercy. He's met Pope Francis. In fact, Pope Francis was the one who looked at him and said, "I want you to go be one of my missionaries of mercy." Let's make sure that we show up and hear what he has to say. And then finally, on March 8th, we have our Night of Mercy, and this will feature several confessors who are coming in. So we'll be able to pray in adoration before the Blessed Sacrament, but if you want to have your confession heard this Lent, Father Jack, Father Zooey, Monsignor Dorney, Father Eishoff, Father David Webb, and another priest, I forget who it is. Oh, Father Todd Nance. He's coming back from Sand Springs, and he's going to be here to hear confessions. I also wrote an article for this week's bulletin about confession, and picking up on that theme because we're having it for the Night of Mercy. And I wanted to point out a few things in our reconciliation mosaic. Now, this beautiful mosaic was built as part of our flooring project that we have, and it has 3 big symbols that relate to that sacrament. So there's a key which refers to the papal keys that we often see St. Peter holding. Jesus gave Peter the authority to forgive sins, and that has passed down through the generations to our priests, and they're represented by this stole. So yes, a priest, one of the functions of the priesthood is to hear confessions. And then the final symbol that we have down here is hyssop, which is part of an ancient Jewish ritual of purification. And this just brings kind of that new life that Jesus has breathed into our ancient traditions, those Jewish roots of Christianity. Jesus has elevated them to the level of a sacrament, and here, right in our time, at next March 8th, Night of Mercy, we'll be able to go to confession and take care of that and participate in the life of that sacrament that Jesus set up for us. Take care. Have a great week. I'll see you next week.